Hi everyone, just a quick trip report video of my visit last month to Arne and Poole Harbour area. It started off with a boat trip with the Birds of Poole Harbour group. No video as it's impossible to film with a tripod on a crowded boat, but I got some nice stills. My best ever shot of a red-breasted merganser, this great crested grebe taking off. I did have some fun with people's heads getting in the way, but as the boat went round the harbour we got close in to some of the wetlands, and I got my best ever shots of a curlew too. Along with this cormorant shaking off the water as it took off. It was a great, if very cold and windy trip, lots of good sightings, a few nice photos. I'd recommend the trip if you fancy it. In the late afternoon we headed to RSPB Arne Nature Reserve, and those that have visited won't be surprised to hear that the first thing of note we saw were these Sika deer. But in the woods we were looking at them from, there was this treecreeper feeding away in the trees. In typical treecreeper fashion, it was staying mostly out of sight on the opposite side of the branches to us. But we did get a few nice views as it searched the cracks in the bark for food, although it was a challenge to follow with the camera, moving fast and high up in the tree. It did stop to feed at one point, of course why it was obscured by twigs. Although they will occasionally feed on seeds, treecreepers mostly eat insects and spiders, using that long, narrow, down-curved beak to pull them out of small crevices in the bark. You can quite often see them flying to the bottom of a tree and then slowly spiralling upwards, checking every nook and cranny for insects and spiders, and when they reach the top of the tree they fly to the bottom of the next one. Eventually this one finished searching the nearby trees and flew off somewhere else. We popped into Ship's Stall Hive. Shoal ducks were feeding in the distance, as were some more Sika deer. A couple of curlew chased each other over a patch of mud, and a little egret braved the wind. It was getting a bit late with the sun dropping in the sky, so we headed back to the car park, but as we passed under these pines I heard the call of a Goldcrest, and we soon found it hanging from a branch. And this second bird was right above our heads. It seemed to have an injured foot, but I didn't seem to slow it down very much. Back where we found the treecreeper, this dunnock was sat on a branch before it hopped down onto the ground to look for some food among the leaf litter. The Sika deer have come much closer now. Sika are an introduced species. In fact, the Sika at Arne were originally introduced to Brownsea Island in the 1890s. But they are surprisingly good swimmers, and it didn't take them long to get to the mainland, and they've been here ever since. After a brief showing from the treecreeper again, we headed back to the centre. Here we came across this robin singing in a tree. And coal tits and dunnocks feeding around the bird tables. It was a good day out, and we ended it at the King's Arms Inn, which gave us our last wildlife sighting in the form of this thatched fox. Try saying that fast 5 times. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.